People are crazy and they are nasty. I low-key can be an alcoholic. You can do so much. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a master procrastinator. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a girl. Hey, it's a girl. Hey. Ginger, of course, welcome back. Oh my god, so many of you guys actually reached out to me on Instagram talking about where is the intro. I didn't even know you cared. My bad, sis. Anyways, today's video is going to be on the top 10 lessons that I've learned from this year / what 2020 taught me. And 2020 was the year that just kept on giving, even though we didn't even ask for it. Okay? Wow, what a year. If you're watching this video, you better pat yourself on the back because sis, you made it till the end of the year, and that in itself is an achievement. I'm going to discuss 10 things that I've learned this year. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified every single time your girl uploads a new video. Also follow me on Instagram because I'll be killing the makeup game. I'm kidding. First thing that I've learned in 2020 is that tomorrow is not promised. Oh my god, who would have thought all of the debauchery that happened this year would have happened? And I personally, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a master procrastinator. I'm always pushing things off. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll figure it out some other time. But 2020 taught me that you may not get that time. It's not promised. You don't know what the future holds. So if you want to get something done, do it today. Give people their roses today. Tell your loved ones that you love them today. Don't wait for tomorrow because you may not get the time. Second thing that this year taught me is that self-care is a priority. It's a must. Sis, you don't need to spend a ton of money for self-care. You don't need to be like these Instagram models when it comes to self-care. It's just the little things that you do every single day that keep you going. The little things that refuels you, things that you enjoy, things that you do for you. Even if it's like 30 minutes for yourself, even if it's a 20-minute workout, if it's a nice relaxing bath. It's the simple things that we overlook, especially in the Black community. We will give everybody, all of us, and not actually take care of us. We're givers, not takers. And this year taught me, girl, you better take care of yourself if you want to be here in the long run. Number 3, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. My dad used to always tell me this when I was young, and of course I was like, oh, you know, you have to tell me that, you're a parent. This year really taught me that I can do anything with discipline and focus. January of this year, I believe I had 65 to 66,000 subscribers, and I was low-key like kind of down about YouTube, complaining about YouTube. I was like, you know, my channel's not going anywhere, blah blah blah. But then I completely switched gears and focused on what I was doing, was more strategic with what I was doing, started posting more consistently, started to set goals for myself, and my channel exploded. And it's funny because the entire time I feel like I've been in YouTube, I was really lazy with it, and not only that, I just was random with it. I was just doing whatever, whenever. I would push things off, you know, I don't have to do it today, I can do it tomorrow. Just by putting my head down and really drafting my goals and go about what I want to do and stop thinking about my channel as a hobby, things really change. So you can do anything if you focus, hold yourself accountable, girl. You can do so much. That takes me to number 4, which is planning is key. At least for me, I am lost if I don't plan. And I feel like I tell you guys that all the time, preaching to y'all all the time, and you're tired of hearing it. But if I don't write it down, if I don't have a plan, I'm lost. I push things off. I don't do what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, when I'm supposed to be doing it. Even on a day-to-day basis, I need to plan out my day if I want to be productive. Like hour by hour. It's crazy. I don't even know where this came from because, like I said, I'm a master procrastinator and I kind of always did things whenever I wanted to do them. But by holding myself accountable and planning my day, planning what I want to do, planning my goals, writing things down, It's key for me. It just makes me feel so much better too. And I think it just calms my mind because I will keep everything in my head and just feel overwhelmed really easily. But when I plan things out and write it down, boom, it gives me structure. And what I realized about me is that I need that structure. Number 5. Girl, this is a big one for me. I've learned this year that I low-key can be an alcoholic if I don't watch out. Girl, the amount of drinking I did at the beginning of this pandemic, I can legit become a functioning alcoholic if I don't watch out. Seriously, I literally had to like put myself on timeout. And I was like, okay, I'm only drinking on the weekend because I was literally drinking every single day. Plus, I was making excuses for myself. I was like, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Girl, it was so bad. I was drinking so much. My liver was like, hello, are we gonna calm down a little bit now? Yeah, I gotta be careful. I've learned that about myself. I can totally become a functioning alcoholic. And the worst is I have a high tolerance, so I could like take it down, you know what I mean? And just keep drinking. Whew, okay. I could use a drink right now. Number 6, don't take anything for granted and be grateful for what you have. This is a big one because I think halfway through the pandemic, all the lines started to blur and it was hard for me to really find things that made me happy. It became hard for me to find things to be grateful for. And it's funny because it's one of those things that we search. Meanwhile, there's so much around us to be grateful about. Especially, I mean, living through a global pandemic, you know what I mean? So many people were affected. So many people lost their lives. And here I was complaining about, you know, not being able to go to the mall, not being able to go to the movies. Like the little things that obviously I miss, but in the grand scheme of things, really don't matter. 2020 is one of those years that for me kind of like slowed everything down and made me realize that there was so much around me to be grateful for. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my relationship. I'm grateful for everything that I have. I'm grateful for the fact that I didn't lose my job. I never even stopped working. Like I'm working from home and it was such a seamless transition. So there's so much to be grateful for if you really sit down and think about it. So it's one of those years for me that really put it into perspective. You know, we should be grateful, or we should vocalize the things that we're grateful for on a day-to-day basis, really. Number 7, I've learned that people are nasty as hell. Girl, when you think about how people were before this pandemic, and I'm sure they still are nasty now. For example, you go to a grocery store and now there are signs that are posted, right? We sanitize their grocery carts. And it's like, were the carts never sanitized before? There's signs inside of the grocery stores too talking about, please make sure to wash your vegetables before consuming them. Are people out there not washing their fruits and vegetables when they buy them and just eating them like that? I don't. This is why we are in a pandemic. I don't understand. People are nasty. I've seen the worst type of videos with people like blowing their nose and wiping the wrong side of the tissue all over their face. So it's like snot on their faces. I've seen the most this year. Yeah, people are nasty. People are gross. And to build on that, I've also learned that people are savages. You really learn people's true colors in difficult times. Wow, toilet paper? People were hoarding food. It's crazy how people can change when, you know, they're going through some hardship. When you think about it, like, did people just not have toilet paper in their houses? Like, what were you using? I don't even want to get into it, but I know now that people are crazy and they are nasty. Number 9, this is also a big one for me for this year, is that happiness is self-created. Being at home and being in like quarantine for so long, I had to create my own happiness. It was a little bit easier for me at first because I'm a homebody and I like being home. So I usually find things around the house that would like keep me happy. So many were struggling with that. And I think at the end of the day, it's being able to create your own happiness in the bubble that you're in. I know for me, music is a big part of my life and music makes me happy. Like it's kind of like an instant mood For me, being happy is not something that you can find in other people. If you're searching for happiness, you will search your entire life. You need to find it within. You need to create your own happiness. You need to find the things that makes you happy and hold on to them. We're part of a generation that constantly tell you that what you have isn't enough, that you need more, you need to buy more, you need to consume more. And that can be so detrimental to like your mental health, to your happiness. So one of the biggest things that I've learned this year is that happiness is within. You need to find it within yourself. You need to create it within the things that are around you. The last thing that I've learned this year is to be present in everything that you do. I actually got that from watching the Michael Jordan documentary, and I watched it earlier this year, I think, with Bay. I would have never watched it if it wasn't for him. I mean, basketball hoop. I'm so glad I watched it. And one of the things that I remember, a reporter asked him a question and they were like, Michael, aren't you worried about missing a shot? And he was like, how can I worry about something that hasn't happened yet? And I was just like, okay, Michael. That's one of the things that he talked about, is being present. He gives 100% of himself in everything that he's doing right now. It really resonated with me because I was so proud of being a multitasker. I'll be doing this, that, and the other at the same time, thinking that I'm more productive, but really I am less productive. But if I focus on one task, I'm present in what I'm doing. Even if I'm watching Netflix with Bae, I'm present. Or if I'm doing something with my mom, I'm here, like you have me. I just find that it makes me much more happier. I'm actually able to give my attention to people that are around me versus, you know, splitting that attention off. With social media, it's so hard, it's so toxic, but I literally carve out time to do something and to give 100% of myself. I'm more productive, and I find that I'm happier that way too, because I'm accomplishing my task, I'm finishing my task, versus taking a long time to do something and not finishing it and being frustrated about it. So yeah, being present is something that I've learned, that I've practiced this year, and that's really helped me out. So that's it for me. Those are the 10 lessons that 2020 taught me. Drop some of the lessons that you feel you've learned this year, some things that 2020 slapped into you one way or another. Let me know down below, and let's just start a thread of the things that we are grateful for, you know? I'll start. I'm grateful for making it through this pandemic. We're still surviving. 2020 is almost done. I am hopeful for 2021, but I'm very grateful that, you know, we're able to make it. If you're watching this video, just be grateful that you're alive and that you're here. Alright, so thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a comment down below, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!